This stuff has been going on for a decade or more.
Maybe Howard is finally deciding to make this public because they're realizing how many of the victims.
You can't name two folks in the music industry closer than Diddy and Jay-Z. They've been best buds since the 90s, always working on projects together, and of course, attending all the same parties. And you know, Diddy's parties. They are under investigation because of some wild stuff happening there. Now it seems like one of the federal agents went as far as to leak some footage from that freak-offs. And apparently, the main hero of that tape is nonetheless Jay-Z himself. He probably has no idea about the cameras in his friend's house, and apparently did some illegal stuff without knowing he was being filmed.
Those are the best parties ever. There's no competing with him, but I got him this time.
A guy named Rodney Jones, who worked for Diddy as a music producer, said the music mogul possessed over 100 hours of audio and video footage featuring the most notable figures. In the legal papers, he claimed Combs has recordings of several celebrities, artists, music label executives, and athletes engaging in illegal activity. These individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent. So if Jay-Z did anything he shouldn't have, there's probably video evidence. And this could be potentially a start of another huge investigations, this time into Sean Carter's criminal activities. As some sources who already saw the footage with Jay claimed, it's a high chance his freak-off activities involved someone under 18. And Jay is known for his sick, intimate choices for a long time.
Sorry. How often does that happen? I mean, that's
not often.
That's unheard of, right?
That's not, yeah.
Now, Diddy's is surely done once the feds finish with the investigation. I mean, the accusations against him are huge. It's not just a few tapes with intimate games of celebs. It's deeper and potentially means a long incarceration. And here's the twist. Federal authorities seized incriminating evidence during their raid on Diddy's mansion, including cameras and laptops. This revelation likely caught Jay-Z off guard because Diddy's parties were a safe space where he could allegedly indulge in his illegal encounters with young girls. Even Diddy's ex-bodyguard backed up those claims, saying he personally saw some ladies that were too young to be there.
I got the tape, bro. But it's some very important people on that tape also.
The friendship between Diddy and Jay-Z dates back to the early 1990s, and guess what? By that time, Jay already had several illegal relationships with some ladies. But it began only in the new millennium when his sick preferences became evident, starting with Jay covering for his pale R. Kelly. In an old interview, Nas already warned the public that Jay-Z was a monster of his own kind, and apparently, he had his share of fun with young ladies while working on the album with R. Kelly. As Nas stated, when Jay and them was in there doing best of both worlds, you can't tell me Jay didn't see a 14-year-old girl come in the studio and sit on R. Kelly's lap. You gonna sit here and tell me that working on that album, he ain't never seen no 14-year-old girl come in the vicinity, but was only after Diddy's legendary parties that the talk about Jay's real crimes, similar to what R. Kelly was doing, started to surface.
He loved that 13-year-old little girl. He pissed all over her face.
Over the years, Jay managed to maintain the portrait of a family man. Unlike Diddy and his parade of girlfriends, Sean Carter married a woman of his dreams. But as many people in the industry were saying, it was all a cover to hide his real personal life from the public. Did you notice how the Carters never discuss their family life? It seems like they don't want to waste time creating more lies and doing fake interviews, and as one insider claimed, they have been sleeping in separate bedrooms for many years, and basically living two different lives. While B was making money and building a career as an R&B diva, Jay was more into partying in Diddy's mansion where he could secretly saturate his thirst for young flesh.
Well, these are all things that are comfortable for me. These are things that I like.
And now, after the raids in Diddy's house, his reputation and the empire of lies the Carters have been building for years is about to collapse, all because there's a footage of Jay doing something incriminating. But it seems like folks on social media have predicted such an outcome. As one person commented, I say investigate all rich and powerful. Bet 99 out if 100 get prosecuted for something big. And another user added, it will only get worse. Imagine what the world would be like 5 or even 10 years from now. So if the feds found something against Diddy and dug into his private collection of criminal freak-offs, it seems like Jay may be the one to catch their attention. Some sources are saying that thanks to an incriminating footage Jay, this is one step away from getting his own investigation by the feds.
But given how clear that video is, something to think about.
And if you start to dig into his past, a lot of shady things can be uncovered, and I bet some of them are too ugly that can ruin everything Sean Carter had built. Whispers about Jay's misconducts have been growing louder for a while now. According to Jaguar Wright, Jay-Z is another master manipulator in the showbiz, but he's even worse than Diddy. Now I wonder if Jag was hinting at Jay-Z's love for illegal intimate encounters, which are now known to the police as well.
Must be right, meaning there must be fresh information that is known to law enforcement.
Jay Z may find himself in a similar tight spot as his old friend R. Kelly if any type of proof is going to be leaked to the public. Apparently, the whole music biz is already aware of what was happening, and even 50 Cent trolled Jay over Diddy's situation. 50 hinted that Jay is laying low because he doesn't want the legal heat to reach his own house. In one post, the G-Unit CO shared a picture of Jay on the side of a milk carton with missing sign and captured it. Anybody seen Jay lol? Puff said the ninja ain't answering his phone. While Jay-Z hasn't been accused of anything yet, 50 Cent is confident that it's just a matter of time, and soon, the feds will start looking into this man's past and uncover something shady.
Guys that are their relationships made them so powerful, like in our business, that they can't be moved.
Now, with R. Kelly already behind the bars and Diddy heading down a similar path, Jay-Z might be the next in line to be exposed for his criminal behavior. And it's not a pretty sight when you take a closer look at his alleged girlfriends and especially start asking about their age. Jay-Z has a habit of signing up girls at a tender age. Let's talk about Tara Marie for a sec. She joined Rockefeller at 16. The label initially thought she would be the breakout, especially when her first album did quite well, hitting high in the charts. And as the young singer confessed, Jay was there playing a role of her friend, mentor, and even a fatherly figure.
The whole thing with Jay-Z.
Yeah, everybody said that.
Jay-Z took her under his wing.
Okay, it may not sound suspicious, but things took a sour turn for the promising star very soon. She claimed that just before her high school graduation, the label dropped her without a word from her beloved Jay-Z. As time went by and the girl matured into a young woman, she realized that she dodged a bullet. The speculation is that Jay-Z abruptly cut ties with Tara due to some supposed intimate involvement. May it happening during Diddy's party? Time will tell because the truth always finds its way to the surface. Allegedly, Jay-Z not only shut the door on the girl's career, but also made all the moves to prevent her from being back in the industry ever again.
Have you and Jay-Z yet met and, made amends and you're at a point where you've moved on?
Well, I'm definitely at a point where I'm...
But her departure from the scene wasn't much of a blow for Jay. You see, there were a lot of young talents ready to be discovered. And if you're wondering who was next on Jay's predatory list, you need to hear about the creepy connection he has with his other artists. Rihanna. There's still that rumors of what Jay did to make her sign the contract. She was 15 or 16 years old, and as the story goes, the music producer just locked them together in one room until she was pressed to sign a deal with his label. However, the saga doesn't end there. Allegations suggest Jay-Z might have had a relationship with Foxy Brown when she was just 15. According to some insiders, he was her first man. Now, it may happen that Jay was taking his artist to Diddy's house where he could secretly indulge in his sickening activities. But little did he know that Diddy was filming his guests for his own sick pleasures, and it seems like Jay-Z's old escapades are still in the music mogul's archives.
Diddy, he got footage of rappers in the stash, just in case he got to use it for blackmail.
It's a possibility.
It's going to be a tough time for Jay if this footage allegedly leaked on the internet shows the face or reveals the identity of the person he was with. But some internet users don't need any proof because they already know that Jay's the same type of monster like his industry pals. As one person commented, so many people have said Jay-Z is worse than Diddy. I believe everything being said about Jay-Z. And another user added, let's get these clowns out of the music industry and bring back real rap music. It may just happen that all these kings of the showbiz are going to see the end if their supreme reign, especially when the industry is turning against each other. But folks, what do you think about all this? Will Jay-Z be the inline for exposure? And do the feds have something on him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check my other videos.